What's going on, guys? God bless you. Carlos here with Serranos Mobile Detail in Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. Today we are working on this Nissan Altima that recently was purchased, and I think this thing has never been detailed. I'm very excited, one, because it's dirty, my favorite, but two is, we're gonna get this thing hopefully looking a little bit better than what it looks. So anyways, let's get started on this project. Alright, you guys, before we get started, let's talk about product choices, tools, what we are going to be using today, right? We're going to begin from our right to our left, right? But today we're going to be starting with our Evo Clean. This is going to be our interior cleaner. This one is from Drive Auto Appearance. I recently purchased it. Why? Because it was orange. But that's what we're going to use for our interior cleaner. I also have some Super Clean here. This one is the foaming action. I like this one because it breaks down really well. Should I need a little bit of more cutting power, you guys already know Serrano sauce is ready to be made. We got ourselves some gloves as well. We're going to be doing an ozone treatment at the very end of this vehicle just to make sure that it doesn't smell bad, right? For our extraction process, we are going to go with our Flex Ice, which is our neutralizer, and a Flex BioBreak out of our Marilex pump, right? As far as tools, we are going to be using the Chief Steamer to steam clean all the interior. We're also going to be using our Tornador Mini. That's going to be the main character through this whole process, right? We have different attachments for the Chief Steamer. One is the upholstery brush. We have this one as well with the boar hair because it's going to be needed here. We are also using our For Real Pro 2 pet hair removal. We're going to be using different styles of brushes. We're going to be using the Milwaukee 90-degree drill as well, which is my favorite. We're going to be using the Scrub Me Mo from Mo Nation, their scrub pad. And we are going to be using the Gator brush. I think that's what it's called. This one is going to be for the seat belts on this one. It's going to be an all-around project. I want to make sure that in this style of project, we touch everything on the interior, which I'll also talk about a little bit on pricing. We're going to talk about why I went this route and why I give these options. So this is what we are going to be using today. So let's get started with this project. So the first thing I want to do, guys, is blow out all this interior. And that's kind of what you're seeing kind of go through the process right now, is blowing all the interior. But very importantly, because this car has a lot of debris and stuff around the car, I want to make sure to mask up, because yeah, you want to mask up on this one. All right, we have successfully blown out all the interior. We have vacuumed it out. It looks a whole lot better, right? Obviously it looks, to me, already better, right? But things I want to point out on this vehicle, just for you guys to see in the future, is these Altimas. I don't know what year this one is, but there is a defect on these dashboards, and I don't know if you guys can kind of see a lot of that glossy. This whole dashboard is sticky, right? So this is something I told the customers, like, hey, this is something I can't fix. This is a recall, most likely, but it was never taken in. So obviously make note to that to your clients really quick, because it is sticky. No matter what we do to this, it's not gonna remove that stickiness. So just let them know ahead of time, right? We also have some minor damage on here, so always point this out to the clients, like, hey, there's some damage here, just so you can see it, right? And one very important thing is the heavy staining we are working with, right? These seats are stained pretty heavy as well, right? The armrest, there's a lot of wear and tear. So those are things you want to point out to your clients, is, hey, I'm gonna do my very best, just so you know. There will be light staining, permanent staining. That's just because of time. It's not because your product sucked. It's not because you didn't do a good job. It is strictly because of time, right? This vehicle needs a detail, which I'm excited to clean it, right? But always conversate with your clients. Let them know expectations, that it's not gonna look like 100% better, but it's gonna look better, right? And that's all we can tell our clients. So let's get started. All right, you guys, so really quickly, I want to show you how I clean these areas right here. Obviously, this material is a bit soft already, so you want to be cautious. You don't want to put too much, I would say, extraction on there, right? And then what I'm doing is I'm using this pad right here just to agitate. And what I want to do is loosen up the grime and the buildup. And we're going to be blowing this part of the armrest. This way, we don't extract, and we mostly just use pressure. Obviously, this cleaner has citrus, so it's also going to clean really, really good. All right. And then here is how we do this. Check this out. You grab your towel and you're going to wipe it. This way you kind of mop up majority of all that staining. This whole piece was black before. And that's how you can clean this armrest quickly and efficiently without creating a lot of agitation with the extractor. And it keeps your material intact. And another tip, guys, is as you have your steamer out, to kind of combat these heavy stainings, try to just put your steamer on them and then just kind of agitate with your steamer, and that way we can loosen up these stains a bit, which will also help improve when you get the extraction phase. So go ahead and hit them while you're here. Use your steamer to the best of its potential to kind of loosen up, and this will help too. So when you spray your pre-spray, all this is kind of melted, or at least loosened up enough to where that pre-spray will kind of get into these areas of these stains and come out much better. So use your tools and equipment as much as you can, right? And once you steam it, I don't know if you guys saw that staining, it kind of went away a little bit. We'll just kind of mop it up. Obviously the staining is still there, but it looks a little bit better. right, you guys, we are finally done with this project. You're about to see how this thing turned out. I honestly believe it turned out amazing from how it looked, right? There are some areas in this vehicle where there will be some light staining or soiling to come back. That's normal. The car has never been detailed. It was an old lady's, and that explains that the interior was not really maintained. But overall, it honestly came out really, really good, right? One of the products that I have never used, this is my first time using it, was Evo Clean by Drive Auto Appearance. Cam, if you're watching this, the only thing I did not see was if this product was dilutable. It doesn't say anything on there. It would have been nice to have something in the back, maybe like a ratio for your interiors, exteriors. Obviously, it's right here in the front, but I didn't see if this product was dilutable. Thankfully, I called Cam and I was like, hey, is this dilutable? He said yes. He gave me some ratios. So that was a plus to know that this was dilutable. So overall, this thing, it did really well. It cleaned really well the plastics and some stains that were around the vehicle, just to kind of pre-treat. It did really, really well, right? Overall, this vehicle did take me almost 5 hours to complete, which was it was pretty much already calculated. It's what I told the customer. The total price on this interior today was $650 because of the condition it was in, but it turned out really, really well, guys. So I hope today you guys kind of saw a little bit or learned a little bit of tips and tricks on maybe attacking vehicles that might need a little bit more than just your normal detail, right? Hopefully you guys enjoyed the process. As always, God bless you guys, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video.